Okay, June 1st garden tour. Have to excuse the mess. We've been in the thick of some other projects, so I have not been able to weed in here as much as I would like. So things are getting a little crazy. My chives are just looking absolutely wonderful. I love the chives. My daughter's been eating a ton of the blooms. That's like her favorite garden snack, which is hilarious. The comfrey is starting to bloom. Alliums look nice. I like these ones that are a little tighter. The ones that get really wide open, like this one, it's not as cool to look at. All my lilies are starting to come up, so those should be blooming soon. My dahlias are finally showing signs of life. I threw a bunch of zinnia seeds around everywhere, which I'm not sure if that's what I have sprouting there or not. We'll see. Bee balm looking good. Salvia is gonna start blooming soon. Tulips are still drying out, so I'm gonna try and collect the seeds and plant them. I guess it can take up to 5 years from seed to getting a bloom from tulips. So I guess I'll throw them in the ground and hopefully I'm here for 5 years, and if I'm not, maybe someone else will get to enjoy them. This rose bush, which I thought was dead for the longest time, is looking better than this one, which I knew was fine, which is funny. It's always how it works. Radishes are coming up. After I did my second planting, I definitely have a lot more radishes coming up, but I'm not thrilled with their size or their progression. I'm not sure if it's because of the mulch or because I planted a lot earlier this year than I did last year. So that may just be the difference. We'll see. All my happy asparagus. So I found out, I asked my mother-in-law who gave me these because I had a friend thought they were daffodil, and I was like, we thought these were daffodil, but they never bloomed, so what are they? She said they are a mystery lily. So the leaves grow up, they die back, and then in August I'm gonna have a little lily bloom shoot up. So that will be fun. I threw some borage in here, which looks like it's coming up. Yay. My little pincushion flowers survived. They'll look like that. I have one on each side of this bed. Basically everything's looking pretty dang good, especially for being neglected the last little bit. My clematis, I'm not sure what's going on with this. I think I'm gonna spray it with some neem oil. This I planted last year, so this overwintered, came back, was looking great, and now I'm not sure if it's fungal. I haven't watered, so it shouldn't be an overwatering problem. If it is, it's from the rain, and there's not much I can do about that. I have random little onion starts in here. I found in other places of the garden. I was like, I don't know where to put these. Oh heck, we'll put them by the flowers. I'm not sure what this is, so I've left it. Probably growing weeds again. That's a weed, definitely. Spiderwort's about to start blooming. This is a really pretty purple iris that I got from my mom last year, and it didn't bloom last year, but it looks like it's gonna bloom this year. This, I don't know if this is a weed. I think it is, but it's starting to bloom and it's kind of cute, so you know, we'll just grow weeds. My peas are looking amazing. So many peas. All of my green bean starts, remember I said I planted like 30. Definitely didn't have 30 germinate, but green beans, yay! And even if I had 30 germinate, that would be fine because the kids love fresh green beans. I planted 6 zucchini, and it does look like I had 4 come up so far, and it looks like the last 2 are just starting to peek through. We're supposed to get a little rain this afternoon, so maybe those will pop the rest of the way. The mulberries are doing fine. I do need to find a spot to plant them again so that they have time to reestablish their roots in the ground all summer. The Brussels sprout patch is doing good. Got little Brussels sprouts all over. The carrots are looking good. I have actually weeded this bed a few times, but it obviously desperately needs it again. My little leeks that are on the edge are doing all right. Strawberries are looking fabulous, of course. I'm gonna have to net this off probably sooner rather than later. I managed to get one more pepper for this area. It's a yellow bell pepper, and then got all the tomato cages for them to keep the kids from tromping on them. All of the garlic and onions that are in here are looking great. These cabbages are doing good. Lots of stuff planted along the sides. More spiderwort. These fun little hostas showed up. I don't even know. I've never noticed them anywhere on our property. But I dug that daylily into this area, and boom, there was a hosta with it. So it's like, okay, I'll take it. Lots of stuff coming up. I started kind of a little shade corner in the back here, since the elderberry's right here. Ooh. Gonna bloom. But so I moved a fern in here and some other hostas. That's a viola, and then wild geranium. These were some hostas that had been chewed on by the chickens, so I just moved them over here. The lettuce is still not super happy, nor is the spinach, so I gave it a nitrogen feed the other day. Hopefully that makes it a little happier. All 15 of these seed potatoes have sprouted. Yay, potatoes! So these are my tomato plants that were in my DIY greenhouse. I moved them over here for a little more sun. There's 10 of them. They're definitely not as big as like the store-bought ones, but I started them late even in the little DIY greenhouse. But I've moved them here and fed them with a tomato feed, so I'm hoping they'll catch up on the growth a little bit, because I would like to get them in their actual planting spot in the next couple of weeks. Rhubarb's fine. The kale is okay. I had pretty spotty germination on it. It should have just been kind of packed with kale in here on both sides. And that's not what happened. You see, I have messes everywhere because, oh my goodness, what's that? I'll get to it in a second. My mom grabbed me 3 more banana peppers for my daughter, so I need to get cages for those. I have cucumbers starting to come up in here. Yay, I still haven't added on to that trellis. This one I planted cucamelons around, but I don't know. I don't see anything yet that I'm like, oh, a cucamelon's sprouting, so we'll see. The kids would be bummed if that didn't happen. And then the beans that I have over here, lots of bush beans sprouting through here, and then lots of climbing beans through here. More stuff is popping up in this back flower area. I've got more mulch ordered so I can finish mulching. I think that's coming tomorrow. These, I don't know. These seed potatoes that are in the grow bags are also coming up. This bed is the one that had the celery and Swiss chard in it, and I don't know. This does get more shade. I don't know. I've never grown celery or Swiss chard before. Is that a baby Swiss chard? I have no idea. We will find out. And now I guess I should show you the new and exciting thing. So we added on 1,300 square feet to the garden. So this used to be the end, and now we have all of this. So I've been busy planting it. I just got my bulbs all around the sides of it. I was saving, that's what all these bags are for. I was saving bulbs specifically because I knew we were going to do this. Finally got it. Here we go. I had to buy another little rose to go with that side, and I've kind of started working on doing the edging like I have everywhere else, but it'll take a while. I have a few more tomatoes in here. I started this arch thing. We cut a gate right there on our back fencing to get out to the back. So I just had this little piece of field fencing. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to make an arch out of it. And I don't want to use T-posts, so I found some tree branches. So, oh, my nasturtium finally seeded. Look at cute little nasturtium. So cute. And I bought a really cool French something white marigold flower, which is what I have in there. I have some sweet potatoes right here. And here I have planted morning glories along the side, so they'll climb up and go over, which I know they're kind of invasive, but whatever. And then this is a trumpet vine, which I know is also kind of invasive, which came from over by the garage. It had split off from the big trumpet vine. So he's here, but it won't bloom for a few years yet. So the morning glory, in the meantime, will bloom. So right here, where you can see there's a marigold there and back there. There's some tomatoes in between. I'm going to put in another trellis, and I'll have tomatoes on each side of that. Those 10 that I'm waiting to plant, but there are 3 in here right now. This back corner is my pumpkin patch. I have little baby cabbages, red cabbages in here. We'll see how they do. The soil in here is not, it was really, really packed down because this used to be in the horse pasture. So we'll see. And then in here, I need to level it out a little bit more, but I think I'm going to do okra seeds that a friend gave me. And then my mom gave me some yellow summer squash seeds. If those germinate, those will go there. And bugs flying everywhere. So then obviously I need to do a path and a path, but this is all melons, a million different type of melons. There's Athena cantaloupes over there, there's honeydew melons, and then I have watermelon seeds, cantaloupe seeds, tigger melon seeds, hairy melon seeds, midget melons. Like, there's a million melons in here. If they all germinate, I do not know what I will do with that many melons, but I had the space. I had a short amount of time to get it all planted, so I didn't want to do a million different things. So a million melons it is. This whole side, it's not done, but this is all sweet corn. Again, the soil's really poor. You can see how sandy it is. So we will see what germinates. And there's a lot of little birds that have been flying in and out of here. Hopefully not digging up the corn seeds. We'll see. But ideally, this will be a nice big patch of sweet corn for us. See, I kind of started the corner there. This whole side, I have bulbs and sunflower seeds planted in because the sun goes here and around all day. So I'll have sunflowers of a few different, there's like 3 or 4 different types that'll pop up and grow. And then I've got extra lilies and dahlias and all kinds of goodness in here. I still have a ton of flower seeds I need to plant as well. So it's just, I'm going to be busy. Who adds on 1,300 square foot to their garden when they just finished planting the first one? Which, by the way, that means I now have 4,800 square feet of garden. Awesome. Pickling and cucumbers are doing fantastic. These are all just weeds that I need to get rid of. But yes, this is the garden on June 1st. Oh, and I forgot, there's a little pine tree over here among my mess. Poor little pine tree. We'll see if he lives or not. He was in there in the arena and must have been a baby from the big giant diseased pine tree that was in there. So I'm trying to save it. I didn't want my husband to just plow it over. I miss all my evergreens from living in Washington State, so any of them that he finds, he tries to set aside so that I can replant them somewhere else. I replanted a ton last year. I did end up buying another, where did I plant it? Probably right in here somewhere. I don't see anything coming up yet, but there was another clematis, a purple, this one's a white clematis, this one that's not doing well, and then there was a bare root purple clematis on clearance. I'm not sure if it's alive because the roots were really, really, really dry, but threw it in the ground, figured it was like $1. If it comes up, great. If it doesn't, you know, no big loss. But that is the garden. So I will keep you guys updated and all that good stuff as usual. Thank you for watching.